Hello, Teacher Kim here, and welcome back to my channel. Talking all about iTutorGroup today for just a few moments, and focusing on, I'm looking at my notes, focusing on how does scheduling work. So, scheduling with iTutorGroup is fairly simple. We have fixed hours, which are called our MPT, and our MPT, I give my little thumbnail. My MPT is your My Prime Time. That's what it stands for, My Prime Time. Your prime time are your fixed hours. Now, iTutorGroup requires 10 fixed hours, just 10, in a week. They will give you the hours that you can choose from. You choose your own 10 hours. Those can be changed. Monthly, you would have to input your information in by the 24th, 25th of the month, but Beijing time, GMT +8. So I always try to say do it by the 23rd just in case they don't accept it. But you want to get those hours in and change them for the next month. They take effect the first of the following month. I believe when you start, you have to at least have a month or two before you can change them. I'm not 100% sure on that. I've heard it both ways, so I think it depends on your reasoning. And also you can request it more than once to change it, which again is why I say request it early. All that to say, you have to have 10 fixed hours. Personally, I have mine 2, 3, 4, I actually only have 8, but I would have mine, I have mine early in the mornings. I don't want to do the nights. They have the night times on the weekends, Friday nights, Saturday nights, what's about Eastern time, Friday night, Saturday night, and even Sunday nights. Make sure when you are looking at the times and setting up your fixed times that you have someone help you and ensure that you have them right. You do not want to book the wrong times because then you will have to cancel, which cancellations, again, I've talked about before. That's easy. It's not a big deal. But, you know, you want to try to make sure you have them right so you can just work them and not have to change them constantly and remember to change them. So yes, you are given 10 fixed hours. Now, those 10 fixed hours are during our peak times. Those are the times that are most likely to get booked and with children. Meaning that you'll get 25-minute classes and be working with the kids and, you know, pretty much almost, I'm not going to say guaranteed because nothing's guaranteed in this world, but, you know, you are more than likely to get your bookings that you have put in for. So, saying all that, what if I want to add more time? What if you do? Go at it. It's not a big deal. You would go to your, how do they word it? Your weekly sessions booking page. Go to your weekly sessions booking page and click the hours you want. Now, if you have seen my videos, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know, don't trust the app on your phone. I will say that till they fix it. Don't trust the app. But on the website, go on there. Now, once you are in the system, once you have your classes, you've booked your classes, you've got your start date and all that, you'll be given access to your weekly booking page. And on there, I'm going to pull mine up just in the background so I make sure I tell you correctly. But on there at the top of the screen, it says your time zone. So, okay, so for instance, you're going to have to bear with me while I fix this because I'm not going to stop talking while I do it. But, so here's what it kind of looks like. I forgot you can't see what I'm doing right now. Forgot. There we go. How about we uncover that? Okay, so here is what you would see. This is our weekly session booking page. I know it's really small and I apologize for that. But here it shows you some of the things you are qualified for. for instance, I don't know if you can see it's kind of highlighted there, but you qualified for what sessions you're qualified for. It shows you, then we scroll down, it shows you how to select your things. If you can see these little round circles with M's, those are my fixed hours on my schedule. This little box, it does not mean anything unless you, and I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to select anything, but let's say I clicked and I want to teach at this time. See, now it shows selected hours 1. Now it doesn't. This box is how you confirm and submit your schedule. It can be moved around your page, and when you decide to click hours that you want, you submit your schedule, and then it goes back to selected hours 0 because you don't have anything selected. It says on there also your contribution points. That's not important. You are not actually going to use those as from an old system. But if you notice the time over here, it's really small, and here I'm going to make it a little bigger for you. Zoom in a little bit more. Alright, so you notice the time over here, 7:30, 8:30, these are in my times. So up here at the very top of the page, moving some stuff out of the way. As you know, I'm in Eastern, so this tells me what time it is right now. You can see the date and time. What time it is right now, and that I am in Eastern time and daylight savings time is on. When daylight savings time goes off, I click this pretty little button right here, and it switches me to daylight savings time as now off. Okay? So we'll put it back on because it is on right now and I don't want to confuse myself. But it tells you Eastern Standard Time, and it also tells you the conversion to the time it is right now in Taipei. Taipei, Beijing, GMT plus 8, that's all the same difference. It all means the same thing. Okay? The company is actually located in, well, one of the offices is in Taipei. So that's where it gets that from. But anyway, so these are the hours in my own time. It makes it easier to know that you're selecting the right times. Now, when you go up to nighttime, of course, it's going to switch into military time, so it shows you all 24 hours. If you notice, we can book all 24 hours of the day. Now, you'll also notice these are gray. These times are gray because they are not as, show me over here, this is not as popular of times. That means that you might get booked, but you're not as likely to get booked. Dark green means you're going to get booked. Light green means it's possible to get booked, and possibly with kids. Really light is less possible. So the farther away from those peak times you go, the farther it is out from bookings. Does that mean you cannot get the bookings? Not at all. Does not mean that at all. It means that these times that are really dark are the times that the most clients want classes. Okay? So now that you kind of got an idea of the booking page, it's fairly simple. Just like any other company, you select them. You can check and uncheck as many times as you want before you hit that submit schedule button, and then they book you. Booked in ITutorGroup slang means that you have selected the time to be taught. It does not mean that you are going to teach then. It means that you have chosen that time. One other thing I'll show you, and I forgot to say it, was, let's say you click some times and you changed your mind and you don't want to teach them. If you are able to uncheck the time, that is not a cancellation. You are unchecking it. So it's deselecting the time you've chosen, even if they've been submitted, okay? Your MPT cannot be deselected. Your regular times can be. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to mess with my schedule, but that just gives you an idea. The other important page is called My Session page. This is where you'll see if you are booked. Now, here is my schedule for today. If you will notice, the times with OUP 1-on-1 25 is when I have a class. The times that don't have anything, just have the little gray dot. See, I am booked, but I did not get scheduled. All right. Green dots mean the time is booked and has not been scheduled and it's upcoming. And then I'll show you for tomorrow. See, I have some bookings coming up. Now, I'm not going to show you the student's name for long, but you get the idea. You can see what class I'm going to be teaching. If it is a regular class, it gives you the topic. Delicious meals is the topic for this regular class. This one is row your boat. So interesting. That's a low-level class. That's going to be the song Row Your Boat, and it probably is going to be what it's going to be. Once you are Okay, so you see the difference in my schedule. Green means I have booked the class, but I don't have a class yet. Yellow means I have booked it and am scheduled with a class. Now, if I want to look at the materials, for instance, let's look at the Row Your Boat materials. I'm going to come over here. See this little icon? I know it's really small and I apologize. But this little magnifying glass over to the very right, like right over here where I can't reach, but yeah. Let's see, I have a way to do that. Right over here. Oh, no, don't move, don't move. Sorry. Bandicam fun. Right here in that circle. That is where once you have a class booked, you can see your materials. So I'm going to click into that. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to have a pop-up. I'm not going to show you what it has on here, but it has, well, I can show you a little bit. It just has the client's name and her level. I'm not going to show you her last name. And then if they have something set here, they're going to tell you their interest, preferences, and introduction about themselves. A lot of times adults will select these. Kids may or may not. So that gives you a little bit of information about the client that you're going to have. And then you click this beautiful arrow to the side. And here is the lesson material. So for my class in a few hours, I have Row Your Boat. Alright, so here's what we'll be doing. We'll be singing the song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Now, this is a level 1 student. So here, for extension, unless I realize that they really are more adept than I think. This is a child's class, by the way. I don't know if I said that. But this is a student. This is a child, 9-year-old, level 1 student, low-level student. So instead of extending by, the meaning of the song or anything like that, we might talk about, click over here so I can show you. We might talk about, what is this? What is this? What color is it? And ask different questions that way. I'm going to flip through this so you get an idea of how I would teach this class. I know this is a little off of scheduling, but it also gives you an opportunity to see a class. All right, so big, bigger. So we're going to talk about the size. Big, bigger. Again, you can talk about what the animal is. We will name them. We'll talk about the color. Watercrafts, okay? And they're going to find the word in the word search. Talk about the next watercraft, find the word in the word search. Next watercraft, find the word in the word search. And again, each time I'm going to ask questions, discuss, talk about it. You get the idea here. That's what this whole lesson is going to be. And there's all the answers. If you notice, the word search did not change each time. It's the same word search. You're just finding that one word. So there's the answers for all of it. And then we talk about which is bigger. Okay? So children's lessons can be like this. Can be very, very simple. They can, oh, you get to see my other. They can be more in depth. These are our OUP classes. These are our new OUP classes. So again, this is for a lower level student practicing name. All right, so we'll go through these and school supplies. Anyway, so you get the idea of how the classes work for students. If I had an adult class right now to show you, I would definitely show you that. These are just children's classes I have scheduled for now. But once you book a class, they're going to schedule you. They can schedule you up to 24 hours before the class. They can schedule you up to an hour before the class. With OUP classes, they get scheduled in advance. With regular classes, adults or students, they're usually scheduled about less than 24 hours. So if you open a class, don't be surprised if it's not booked right. If it's not scheduled right away, it'll be scheduled later, most likely. You're not guaranteed a class. You saw I have some classes times up open that I didn't get scheduled for, and that's okay. it happens, but the more consistent you are in opening times, the more likely you are to get booked. It is a system that checks to see your consistency. Um, I don't know if I said on here, but this week, I overslept on Sunday and missed my classes. And so I had to use what we call a free pass. And thank goodness we have them. I used my free pass. I didn't worry about my classes. I did lose my classes that day. Well, now I'm getting punished by not getting my bookings that I open up done. So the more consistent you are with your schedule, the more you don't miss classes, the more likely you will get more bookings. But my morning classes and even in the middle of the night, my OUP classes have not been affected. It's just I don't get as many adult classes right now, and that's okay. But anyway, open the classes. You can open them up to 4 hours in advance, and they still will most likely get booked, depending on how your schedule looks, and how busy the time is with students. You will get more classes on the weekend, obviously, than during the weeknights, because more students are able to take classes. But otherwise, I mean, you open it, you pretty much get booked most of the time, or at least get majority of it booked. But if you have questions, like I said, minimum hours are 10. If you have other questions for me, please let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And I'm going to get off here and get something to drink, and I will see you next time. Bye!